People who have suffered a stroke, particularly, want to be able to move around independently in their own home. The Wheeleo walking aid can help them achieve this. Anne-Catherine Bovy from Brussels has been using it for 4 years. It feels like he's a friend because I have him close to me all the time.
Je l'ai tout le temps à portée de main. Sans le Wheeleo, je ne serais pas.
Without the Wheeleo, I wouldn't feel comfortable in my living space, and it's usually within my reach.
Il est souvent à portée de main, même si je le lâche quand je fais ma pâtisserie, par exemple.
Even when I let it go, when I'm baking, for example. It's never far away from me as I turn from side to side in my kitchen.
De l'autre, de ma cuisine. Mais par rapport aux autres aides.
But compared to other aids, it's more practical.
Parce que il reste.
Because it stays close to me without rolling away. And as soon as I need it, it's within reach.
Le rollator aussi. Le Wheeleo m'aide.
The Wheeleo helps me to walk and gives me a feeling of security, also because I walk a bit faster with it. I can keep my balance well with it.
C'est tout. Le Wheeleo.
That's how it is. Somehow the Wheeleo is also encouraging because it sometimes gives me the feeling that I don't have a disability at all.
De ne pas être handicapé.
Anne-Catherine Bovy got to know the Wheeleo during her rehabilitation at the William Lennox Rehab Center in Belgium. It was there that physiotherapist Geoffrey Dellicour came up with the idea for the innovative walking aid around 10 years ago. The walking aids available on the market were not exactly tailored to the patients I was working with. In this context, I tried to develop a walking aid that was better suited to them if they were initially paralyzed on one side and could no longer use both healthy hands. So I developed the Wheeleo to achieve the same effect as a rollator with this four-wheeled walking aid. And now, it is the only mobility aid that can be operated with one hand and always provides the same consistent support as a rollator. It is stable, and as long as you push vertically, it does not move. Physiotherapist Eline Pirard uses the Wheeleos every day in her work at the rehabilitation center and recognizes their positive effect on the results of her therapies. The change in practice is that the Wheeleo has brought us a lot. Patients walk much more smoothly, much faster, because they don't have to lift the walking aid. They walk in 2 steps rather than the usual 3 steps. We use it almost systematically. As soon as patients are able to stand, it is the first technique we offer them. I don't see any reasons against using the Wheeleo as long as the patient is sufficiently and safely upright. One patient initially did not want to use the Wheeleo because she was afraid that it would roll away and she might fall. She couldn't walk on her own at the time. But then, one day, I really insisted on it. And in fact, she never let go of it again and can now walk independently with the Wheeleo, which she would not have been able to do before with any other help. The walking aids are produced in an integrative workshop in Charleroi, not far from Brussels, reports Gregory Vanderveken. We are very proud to have production here in Belgium. In addition, we work with a so-called adapted work society. This means that people with disabilities assemble the Wheeleos here. Most patients also want to use their helpful training partner from rehab in everyday life. This is why more and more Wheeleos are also being used at home. So far, the costs have been partially covered by providers in Belgium, France, and Luxembourg. Germany is set to follow. Incidentally, it currently costs €299 for self-payers. We have the first Wheeleos, which have now gone to Canada and Australia. At the moment, we are still looking for sales partners to cover as many countries as possible. So the Wheeleo solution will be available all over the world, and our biggest challenge is to reach the whole world as quickly as possible.